Women's Power to Heal, Mother Earth. I am Maya to worry. The power of prayer. It is natural for us to request divine grace and ease from the living burdens of angst and despair, disease, poverty, and so on. Prayer for what we need do help us to build faith in the unseen. But the truest form of prayer is recognizing that each one of us is an instrument of the divine force. In the Vedic tradition, we do not seek to believe in God, we seek to know God. While religions seek to believe, spirituality allows us to know God, and there is a difference. Vedic knowledge views prayer, called prarthana, as transcending mere requests for health, happiness, wealth, and so on, to the selfless form of prayer, which connects us to our innate truths and by extension to the supreme consciousness. Once we acknowledge this truth, that we are, in fact, an instrument of the divine, then we fortify faith. We don't end up blaming humanity or God for our crises. Instead, faith as it grows opens us to the wider view, to unearth deep strength within, awakening the soul from its slumber. Hardships come in our lives to force imperative pause. I have discovered this over and over in the many trials of my own life. It forcibly stops us in our tracks. It cleaves the heart, commanding us to be still, while cell, tissue, and memory get recalibrated. We may think that we are the leader of our destiny and purpose, but in truth we are not. The divine force that created us is the commander of the body ship. Once we recognize this truth, we can move more easily to make the necessary alterations and shifts in our course. We receive guidance in the stillness that keeps us whole and in fluidity with Source. So when we are knocked down, it's the most precious time to go within and to scour all of the things that have made us unhappy or disparaged us in ways, and just allow Source, allow the stillness within you, the divinity within yourself, because it's embedded deeply within us, and when we die it's embedded again in the soul. It always is, and it gets transformed, and then we have a rebirth and all of that. But all religions personify gods and goddesses in manifold ways, and these cosmic archetypes do serve a purpose. They help the individual to connect more deeply to their innate sense of faith. However, beyond the architecture of religions, there lies your truest essence, that of spirituality. Here we have direct access, a profoundly exquisite connection to the divine. In the Vedas, we call this connection a nimitta karana, that is the instrument of God-Goddess. Being a primeval instrument of the divine, it rises way above the tide of discipleship. It moves us beyond mere confusion and despair to fostering devotion, self-reflection, and a shift from daily needs to spiritual awareness. Fostering faith and sincerity in our efforts. How we negotiate difficulties shows what clarity we are receiving from the divine self. Which messenger appears when we are broken? During times of deep despair, we naturally transform through the blessing of the broken, a cosmic vibration that programs multiple light waves within the body, the mind, the spirit to purify. Ancestors become present. Knowledge comes unpacked in simple covers. And all we need to do is to garner enough stillness so we can receive guidance through inner synchronization. We live to deepen this relationship with the divine. Through culling the ultimate devotion, we recognize that the Supreme is not in the sky above or in the earth below. It is within. It rides on consciousness. The more awareness we generate, the more we see that our very essence is illumined by and carefully crafted by the divine. Ultimately, from this informed source of your own spiritual self, all prayers can be offered. Prayers meant for the well-being of humanity, the collective. No one is ever exempt from these prayers. We include those who've caused us great harm. We include enemies, and we include all those who have disparaged Mother Earth. We pray for their transcendence into the light, promoting universal love. We focus on conscious growth to rise above difficulties. So, my dearest friend, my dear cosmic friend, my prayers are with you, and more profoundly, they're within you, your own prayers. And they do get answered within the stillness that we garner when we're thrown asunder. There is a reason and a purpose to that as well. It is to give us time to breathe, time to sleep, time to unwind, time to allow all the tethers of brilliant mind and spirit to loosen. Thank you for listening, and peace be your journey.